a Marilyn Monroe, but in modern day. If you don't know what that was, you asleep right now. I'm just going, you asleep. I had to run it back for you. There it was, Justin Timberlake, Technicolor. Now, the album, I like it. You know, sometimes you listen to something and you like, man, I want more. This is not what I expect. Usher, good example. How we first listened to Usher and we both set up on the pod and we said that it ain't for us. Mm-hmm. Then we went back, gave it a good re-listen, and we said that number 7 through, I guess what?
The meat of the album.
At the back of the album, right?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, I feel like it's going to have that same effect on me. Right now, it's not moving me like I would want it to move me being the JT album. However, I do feel that once I just get into a vibe, get into a space where I need to be and listen to it, I'm going to get with it. However, I don't have to be in any type of space to listen to Technicolor. You can cut that on if you're having a good day, bad day, subpar day, depressed, anxiety ridden, whatever the case is.
So that's considered an R&B song, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I appreciate the amount of like R&B music that's out right now. Whether you like it or not. Like you should be, it's so much out right now that you should be able to find something that you like. I haven't listened to Justin Timberlake's album.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I did get mostly through Sir's album.
I don't even want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that next week. I won't talk about that.
So I guess I got to finish that one and then I'll move on to JT.
Justin Timberlake, I'm telling you, that one song needs to be on your romance list. I don't even know where to start with it. Like you put it on when you're leaving the spot, you put it on before you get to the spot, you put it on in the bedroom, and it's going to have the exact same effect. Now, I will say, it's a Justin Timberlake song. And if you are a JT fan like me, you know that he likes to do beat changes and beat switches. So at the end, the beat completely changes to something else. And don't get it twisted. The song continues to be that good to me. So whatever the case is, go check out Technicolor today. Don't play yourself. As a matter of fact, pause. We're like 3 minutes in right now, 2 and some change. Pause. Go listen to it. Come back on. Get done with the podcast. Shoot me a message on Instagram, leave a comment on YouTube, and let me know how you feel. Now, if I steered you wrong, let me know, because I might need to brush up on my music. But if I got you tight and I got you right, praise God. It's Easter. Ooh, I'm back and I'm ready to pod. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I am your host, B Love, and like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
Oh, India Marie and B Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us, and we're back. You got us and we made it back. You know what I mean? So welcome back, everybody. We are happy to be back. It was a long 2 weeks. I was fighting. It's great. It was really one. 1 week was planned. I'm not even going to sit here and cap you down. 1 week we went on spring break and we didn't record an episode.
Yeah.
That's all it was. We had to take Blake on spring break. We end up going, well, how was you tell them? This is like your thing. You like to tell these type stories, so go for it. I'm not going to step on your moment.
I didn't realize that we hadn't talked about spring break.
Spring break was early this year.
I think it was around something, like it's you.
I got to stop you for 1 second.
It's not that Metro spring break was early.
Rutherford County spring break was late.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me stop you because I got a shout out to my homegirl, Tanisha. Tanisha went on a road trip. I don't know if they were like driving everywhere, but you went exactly where I wanted to take Blake. And I almost sent you a message, but I forgot. But I saw your family. Y'all look good. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all was fire. I saw everything y'all were doing. They went to Nickelodeon World. Mm-hmm. Blake was on his head. He's been in a SpongeBob kick. So he's like, I want to go to Nickelodeon World. I was like, shit, let's go. But then y'all know me. my heart does not do well in cold temperatures. So I'm like, man, I don't know. Milwaukee, the Mall of America is just somewhere in Minnesota.
But we also like planned poorly.
Yeah, we did.
So
absolutely horrible.
In my mind, I thought that spring break was this week with
Rutherford County. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I was thinking. So I go to start looking at flights and stuff, thinking that we're 6 weeks out.
Just to be met with.
We're like 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
We're like 2 weeks out. So, the flights were stupid to be going to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So was like, okay, well, we just not gonna worry about it. I didn't think we were gonna go anywhere, and Blake kept pressing the issue. Like he has come up to me multiple times because he has been very privileged to take really nice vacations to be only 6 years old. And so he kept saying, we didn't take a vacation last year. And
see, I did. You didn't.
I was like, well, we bought a house. He spent like a long amount of time in Mississippi. So he's been like throwing that in our face. You didn't take me on vacation. So I was like, dang, maybe we should try to take him somewhere. So we decided on Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg was like such an easy trip.
It was a good time
to take with the kids, especially with the age difference. Like Shiloh just go with the flow. But we found an Airbnb. I realized that modern cabins are my vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Bear and I had not been to Gatlinburg since like 2017.
We stopped going.
2016.
We stopped going because the vibes were just like.
It's just like, don't nobody want to stay in these old ass cabins no more.
You know what it was? The Redneck Riviera. When you go down there, if you go to some cabins, while the cabins were cool, it was just like, man, they got to upgrade their passion a little bit. This ain't the one.
And it is like very redneck. I mean, that's the first time I had ever seen like a Trump store. They had multiple Trump stores.
Every corner.
While we were there in Gatlinburg. So I was like, well, this is different. That like, this wasn't a thing when we were here last time, but whatever. So Barrett sent me a couple of Airbnbs and I was like, let me see if I can find something else. And so I took his price point and put it into the search.
That's what you gotta do, fellas. Give them a price point.
Found an Airbnb that just looked a lot nicer. And so the light that was coming through the Airbnb was beautiful. It was super accommodating.
It was nice. Good location.
And we had more than enough space for our family. Yep, the location was good. Where was it? Sevierville?
Nah, I mean, yeah, somewhere. But I will say this, though. It's not a good location if you got bad knees. It's not a good cabin if you got bad knees. If you got bad extremities and you can't get up and down stairs, this cabin we stayed in was not the cabin for you.
Because if you're like traveling with old family members, I probably wouldn't recommend that one because all of the bedrooms were on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
And then you walk up the stairs for the kitchen, dining, living room area. And that was the best part of the cabin.
That's a fact.
You want to spend your time up there.
Now, I'm going to make another point too. If you are a loud love maker, like, you know what I'm saying? Your kids are going to be staying in the room right next to you. So even though y'all are in separate rooms, if you are a loud love maker, you all, that's your bag. I'm not judging. I enjoy that bag too. But ladies, when you get into that bag, don't get upset when your man may do something a little prematurely. If you're trying to see where I'm saying. Anyway, needless to say, neither here nor there. All the bedrooms are downstairs, and that makes some good. And they're beside each other.
It was like room. And then
we were cool
like
with that.
2 pull-out couches in there. It was like
it was fire though. Yeah, it was big.
So, we checked in. Of course, Blake didn't even want to leave the cabin because he was too busy playing Pac-Man. What's a cabin without Pac-Man?
But I will say that, though. This cabin, it did lack the arcade games. But it did have, like, a nice shuffleboard game upstairs, cornhole, things you can do with each other with not being on the screen. So I did like that, too. And if you're looking for, like, a screen time cabin or a cabin with a movie theater, this wasn't the one for that. This was more so of an activity cabin, a board game.
It was well thought out for families.
Yeah,
because they had the shuffleboard, the Pac-Man. Then outside they had the
Cornhole. My favorite game in the world.
But then it was also equipped with like a pack and play for a sleeping baby, and it had a high chair. So I fuck, did the mic get all the way over there? Why the mic like this? Anyways,
you did.
So I thought it was well equipped for small like young families.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we did a very quick trip.
Mm-hmm.
We left Sunday morning. We planned to leave earlier. Blake woke up, decided that he wanted to go to church. He likes to be involved, and so he has become like the children's church helper. He wants to participate inside the offering. He wants to do all that stuff. So he woke up, he was like, "Can we go to church first?" So we got up, went to church, packed the car, and then as soon as we left church, we hit the road to Gatlinburg, and then we headed straight for the first activity.
Oh.
So that Sunday we went to the Ripley's Aquarium.
Yeah.
Now we've been to plenty of aquariums. We've been to all the ones in the immediate area, like
in the tri-state area,
Atlanta,
Tennessee,
we've been
Georgia,
to all of those.
damn near. Yeah, we've done them all.
This was the best one that we've been to. The kids enjoyed it. It was, I can't even describe it. Just if you go to Gatlinburg, that's one that you could definitely add if you have kids, because our kids loved it.
When we were going before, we didn't even look twice. You know what I mean? When it was just she and I, we didn't even look like, we're not going to no aquarium. We turned up. We going to the moonshine joint, the cigar space. But now we got kids, so we have to refocus a little bit and do things the kids want to do.
Yeah. So like it's hard because, you got the 1-year-old and you got the 6-year-old, and they got that 5-year age gap. But some of the stuff we kind of divided and conquered on, but for the most part, we were all together, and the kids were having a ball playing with each other, running around everywhere. Went back to the cabin, took it easy the rest of the night. The next day, so that would be Monday, we got up and we wanted to go to Anakisa. I don't think that was a thing last time we were there.
Nah, last time it was burnt up. If you know anything about Gatlinburg, we talking about the Smoky Mountains. About 2 to 4 years ago, I forgot exactly what it was. It had burned down, and when some of it burned down, they rebuilt this thing called Anakisa to take off. So
it's an adventure park, and you get your tickets, and then you
buy everything
at the
online.
Bottom of the mountain. And you take like this little ski lift to the top of the mountain.
It's turned up there.
And then once you get up there, it's like just a bunch of activities to do. Some of the stuff you got to pay even more money to do.
Yeah, it's
kind of irritating. But they had their fair share of free stuff to do. So they had a really cool playground for the kids. We were there for at least an hour on the playground.
An hour.
They have these like tree bridges where you like walk across these bridges that are connected with the trees.
Pause right here. I had Shiloh. If y'all wonder how we divide and conquer, typically it's me and Blake. I was feeling a little bad for India because her and Blake, sometimes they just butt heads. And I'm like, you should go with your mom today, man. Like you and your mom, but I want to go with you, Dad. I mean, just do me a favor. Just go with your mom today. I'm going to hold the baby down. Y'all do your thing. Anyway.
And it's crazy that we be butting heads because when it comes to activities, I'm the one that'll get down and dirty with them. If we're climbing in a tree house,
she ain't lying.
If we're rock climbing, riding rides, roller coasters, like I'm the one that's gonna get down with him.
It ain't gonna be his dad. Any kind of physical activity, I'm your man. But when it comes to riding on thrill rides and stuff like that, miss me. I am not paying any money to be scared. I'm cool. Only time I'll pay money to be scared if I'm going to the movie theater. That's it. Or back in the day, when you go, never mind. Well, yeah, when you go to the exotic club and you don't know how much money you're going to end up coming out with. That scared me. But
go to the trampoline park. I will go and jump and bounce and do all the stuff.
I'm going to chill. I'm going to put my headphones in.
So he had a little attitude behind that. But then we took off. We went and
left me with the girl. This is what I was getting to. Left me with the girl. I called Indy. I said, hey, man, where you at? She said, yeah, we go on the road bridge. I'm like, cool. Me and Shiloh, we're going to come meet you all. I didn't know once you made it to a certain part of the road bridge, it's one way. It's like you make it there and it's one way. The road bridge itself is about a mile long, all right? So we are walking on this road bridge. I'm like, I can't even turn back around because I'm in too deep. I'm not comfortable enough, or
you should just let her walk.
Yeah, that's what she said. I'm not in that space right now where I'm letting my baby girl walk on a swinging ass rope bridge. I don't care what you say about me. I love my daughter. You know, she's not walking on a rope bridge. My arm would have fallen off before I let her walk on that damn rope bridge. So I'm just carrying her along.
So he comes and meets us. He's out of breath. He need water. He taking off his coat. So I'm just like, what's happening right now? But I mean, like they had a mountain coaster.
Yeah, it was fire. It was
like a ton of stuff that you could do up there. They had food. You could also drink alcohol. Like it was a good time.
I'm talking about they had real alcohol too, because it's a smoky mountain. So you know they got the moonshine on deck, and it was around St. Patrick's Day, so they got the seasonal beverages and all that. I will give y'all this word of advice. If you go, be prepared to, if you like roller coasters and stuff, don't buy the tickets until you find out how long the wait is. Her and Blake,
wasted money.
They went to buy the mountain coaster tickets immediately, which would probably be smart in hindsight. But then when they got down to the mountain coaster itself, cuz was like, man, it's about an hour and 45. I said, hell no. Like, y'all just wasted that 25, whatever, how much you spent. Yeah. Let me figure it out.
I definitely wasted my money, but it was fine because so you have to go one at a time on the mountain coaster, and it's one person per car. Unless you got a kid and it's just two, you still going one at a time. So we were waiting there, and a 6-year-old having to wait longer than 10 minutes.
It seemed like eternity.
It's a pain in the ass. So I was like, I can't sit here and listen to you whining like this. I can't do it. So I was like, I took the L and we kept it pushing. So we spent hours at Anarchista.
Yeah, we did.
Thinking the day is over. Blake is like, so what we're doing next?
We got that kid. Like, it ain't over yet, but he gets that.
We ended up finding a trampoline park. And
y'all turned up. You had a good time.
The trampoline park was actually like they had like a ninja course that was shut down, but they also had several rock climbing walls. So me and Blake went and we did rock climbing for a long time.
And they had a toddler area.
Yeah.
And and I toddled my ass right on over there with the baby. Doop. We chill. Had my headphones in. Hey, go for it.
Yeah.
I be chilling.
So that was was that Monday?
Yeah.
And he's the trampoline park, back to the cabin. Tuesday,
right on.
When we checked out of the Airbnb. So like I said, it was a real quick trip.
So that's when the podcast. So the podcast was supposed to be recorded that Monday, and we were spring break and we forgot to record it.
Yeah. So Tuesday we checked out of the Airbnb. We said it was going to be a quick trip. Blake wasn't ready to go, but it was so last minute that we couldn't really stay longer than that because we both had stuff going on when we got back home. So we got up, went and got breakfast, and we took him to the NASCAR. What is it called? NASCAR
Speedway.
Yeah, the NASCAR
Speedway.
That was really cool because he's also an arcade kid. And so they had a really nice arcade in there. So he spent forever on arcade games. But then the actual courses that you drive the race cars
They had
through?
go-karts there, basically. They got like the real joints, like not the little play go-karts. They're real life go-karts. They go real fast.
But for him to be 6, they had at least three courses that he could do by himself. And so I thought that was nice because we didn't have to ride with him. But then it was some that he needed a parent to go with him. And so Barrett rode with him.
I'm going to drive
on the rest of them.
I'm a professional driver.
He had a ball at that place.
Yep.
And then we left, stopped by, you can't go to Gatlinburg without stopping at the Nike store. We, did that and hit the road, came back home. We got home.
Oh, we stopped by the mall.
We stopped by the mall.
I got the best coat I got a lot of nice coats. I'm going to stop and brag. I got a lot of nice coats, but I bought one, the best coat I ever bought in my life. It's on my page if you want to go see it. If you really want to see it, let me know. I'll send you some more pictures of it. Buy it. Keep going. I gotta stop. Listen, the coat was so nice. I had buyer's remorse after I bought it. So much so that I ended up getting a coupon for it. So when I got here, I went to get a price adjustment. When I got there, hey man, I need that price adjustment now. Don't you laughing? Tell them how much the price adjustment was. $200. I said, oh yeah, I need all of that. Give me that. So
Ralph Lauren is weird. They sent everybody out. I thought everybody got the same coupons, and apparently,
I guess
they
not.
sent everybody different coupons. So we was in the store. He was like, "What you got?" And so I had a 20% off coupon. So that's the one he used in the store.
Yeah.
Well, then when we got back, he was like, "I got a 20% off coupon," and I was like, "I mean, a 25% coupon. So I'm gonna go get a price adjustment." I was like, "Well, they sent me 30% off."
I said, well, send that to me real fast. She goes straight up there. Give me my money. We back.
So yeah, ended the trip with a little bit of shopping, and then we came back home.
Yep.
So, and then the rest of the week we just kind of kicked it around here. Kept it real light.
I mentioned something about Airbnb. So we got Airbnb, and Airbnb has a commercial out right now that's funny to me. It's talking about like if you want your own room, if you want your own room, stay in the Airbnb. Don't stay in the hotel room. And I'm like, yeah, I understand what they're saying because I cannot, for the life of me, stay in the same room with two kids. I know some of y'all got a lot of kids, and it's cool. I don't know how y'all do it. Kudos to you. I'm not staying in the same room with Blake and City. I cannot. That's what I call it.
And Blake be snoring.
Yeah.
Like
she cries, he snores, and it's just too much. It's too much. So hats off to everybody with the kids who stay in the same room. But I'm going to give even more props for the people who have kids that get hotel rooms and they get the kids their own individual hotel rooms, or y'all get a big ass suite. Y'all got some paper. I'm finna send you a GoFundMe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you my Cash App so you can send me a little bit of that bread because I don't know how you do it.
Now, I'm still not just like the biggies.
You like hotels?
Generally, I'm going to choose a hotel way before I choose an Airbnb because even in the Airbnb, I ain't want to complain because bitch just think I be complaining about everything.
You do.
But the floors were not that great in the Airbnb. And so but I always come prepared.
We're in the wilderness. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Come to an Airbnb or a hotel without shower shoes, without slippers.
Factory.
My bare feet will never at any point touch a hotel or a Airbnb floor.
Oh yeah, I'm never touching the floor, but I'm raw dogging the shower sometimes. Like,
it's disgusting.
I do raw dog a shower.
And I always leave my shower shoes right by and they're just some old Navy flip-flops. You are more than welcome to dip your feet in those, but he just prefers to put his bare feet on a shower.
I like to be grounded, as they say, right?
You need to go outside.
Yeah, okay, I got you. But nah, I didn't know you were gonna complain about the Airbnb.
Just remind me to ask about that.
Oh,
remind me to ask about that when we get to.
Oh, it goes from side to side.
Yeah, I was real confused.
It's because I'm
ghost in here.
I'm still there. Me and B talked about that yesterday. I told you he had one that just shakes all day. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do a Patreon episode. We'll start doing Patreon to tell y'all what the inside, something is going on behind the scenes right now. Just ask me, send me a message, and I'll tell y'all what we're talking about.
But so. What was I saying? Anyways, we can move on. Yeah.
Talking about how dirty the floor was.
The floor was disgusting.
It wasn't dirty because the Airbnb was super nice, man. I'm talking about
Airbnb was nice.
I didn't
say that. I'm just saying the cleanliness was just not necessary. You know what they need? They need that Dyson V8. That's what they need.
Hey, man. The bathroom was so clean. The bathroom was so clean in the Airbnb that the toilet had the little clean.
They had the sanitation thing on it.
Sanitation paper that says
I appreciated
we are done cleaning.
The floors were my only issue.
I mean, listen.
And that blanket that looked like it had snot on it.
I don't think that was snot, but
I didn't either. But you said snot.
Because I'm not gonna say this blanket got. Hey, I'm not around my kids.
That's the thing. So also, when I go to Airbnbs, I don't want anything, or hotels, I don't want anything to do with the throw blankets because they do not clean them.
That's a fact.
Go and pick them up and smell them.
That's a
and
fact.
I guarantee you there's going to be a stench of some sort on those throw blankets.
And
they do not clean those.
And I told y'all this a long time ago. Those little medium-sized towels that y'all so conveniently like to wipe your hands with. Sometimes you might, wipe your face with them. Stop it. Those are cum catchers. When people get done making a little love, they wipe themselves up with that towel. And you out here just wiping your face, man. I will wipe my face with one of my t-shirts before I wipe my face with a cum
I also
catcher.
travel with my own towels.
See what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't got to do all that. Just beware of the cum catchers. People don't look at the face towel as a cum catcher. You don't look at the big towel.
I will usually go and buy a loofah.
There you go. And I throw it away.
And yes.
I leave it there, matter of fact. I'm that guy.
That is probably the most wasteful thing that I'll do. I'm pretty conscious about my waste and things, but that I will go and buy a loofah and throw it away once I'm done.
It's 99 cents. So I'm leaving it there and I'm going to let the cleaning people come and just do with it as they please. Somebody might need that soap. Anyway, we got to talk about a place that we went to recently. So let's get down to business.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
That's what let me stop because I'm decorating this wall behind me really soon. And my homegirl put me on game about how I need to decorate it. Well, not how I need to decorate it, but she put me on game about how I can get the things that I'm trying to get. I'll tell you after the break, but I'll tell you later on. However, man, it's March Madness. I've been watching so much basketball. I'm basketball. I can't wait for the night. I don't know. We don't need like the NCAA games are not even a Thursday, but I'm so full of basketball. I'm going to watch the NBA tonight. Oh, I watch the NBA every night. However, I'm getting ready to go out Saturday with one of the homies, go out and kick it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to watch the game. We're just going to chill, hang out, catch up. We haven't seen him in a long time. Saturday night, probably go hit a bar or something, get a little hookah, big Red Bull in me. All of a sudden, India texts me and says, hey, I want to go out to eat. Boom, 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 boom. So it's like, all right, now, I got to try to go out to eat with her. She wants to make plans, and she already had in mind where she wanted to go. She's never this decisive. So I knew had I said, nah, I don't want to go, it would have been an issue. You know, when you have an indecisive person, they finally make a direct decision and tell you what the decision is. You just got to go with it. So I had to cancel my plans. I'm a little tight. You know, you get tight when you already make plans, but I didn't tell her about it beforehand. So shame on me, right? Anyway, we went to this spot. She said where she wanted to go, and I had my reservations. We pull up. It's a trendy little spot in Nashville. And when we pull up,
he gets on my nerves.
What you mean?
Because he walk in and he already he's looking for something to complain over.
Yeah,
and I was just like, you could stay at home. Because the thing is, the babysitter was secured, so I was probably going to go regardless. Like, I was just going to hit up one of my friends because I really wanted to go. So the name of the restaurant is called Palato.
Let's stop for a second.
So,
keep going. I can remember that.
The name of the restaurant is Palato. And so we go, and I've just heard a lot of good things about this restaurant. And Nashville has a lot of new restaurants, but they're super trendy, and usually the food is super mid.
Trash.
And the price point ain't matching what the taste of the food is. So I was just kind of like, I just really want to try this place. I've been trying to try it. Me and some friends were talking about going, but our schedules just couldn't align.
So I was, so I was like the second place man. I was the replacement guy.
Honey, think whatever you want to.
I'm the cleaned up guy. You see how she did that?
So we walk in and we had a reservation, but we were like 10 minutes late for the reservation. And we had to wait a little bit. So I would say we probably had to wait almost 15 minutes on our table.
Mm-hmm.
And we're standing there, and I was like, well, let me look at the menu and see what's going on. And he says it smelled like mop water in here.
Hold on. Did you not agree with me?
Well, I had to really try to smell it. I was like,
shit, damn, like
I guess it does kind of smell like mop water in here, Beard.
So I'm already, back in the day when you were in middle school and they just got done cleaning the bathroom. They came in with the mop, and the mop didn't smell quite right. It smelled like the mop had been used in multiple bathrooms, and the water was insanitary.
I said, well, maybe they just got done mopping.
You did say that.
I don't know. Regardless, I'm not leaving. It's what it's boiling down to.
I didn't want to leave.
We sit down, and we had a server I can't think of her name. She was very nice.
Pilar.
That wasn't it. But
it is Pilar. Because I remember I said
an R in it. Pilar. Okay. Anyways.
She didn't even remember.
So she was very sweet. And she goes to ask us, do we know what we want? And I was like, this is our first time here. I need you to run them suggestions. And so she recommends a couple of things on the menu and we order them. And I would say it's a little pricey because everything is small plate style and it's meant to be shared.
I'll tell them the price. I don't think it was too bad. Tell them what we got.
They recommended that we order 3 to 4 dishes per each and share. And every time someone says that to us, we're not big eaters.
I'm backing down too.
We're like,
3 to 4, me too. 1 or 2.
I was like, that number sounds a little crazy.
It's crazy.
So we ordered 3 dishes and a cocktail. So 3 in the cocktail. We ordered a little appetizer, which was these little potato bites. So what was interesting when it came out, it looks like a mozzarella stick. So I was like, is it a mozzarella stick?
A cheese stick with a potato.
The outside of it had that crust of a mozzarella stick.
Fire.
The inside of it was like a whipped potato. Oh my gosh. That thing was so good.
It's fire. So right now she's 1 for 1 on her recommendations. Yeah. But they only gave you 3.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can see where
it was only 3 little sticks.
Well, once again, it's she and I, and I'm gonna eat 1. She gonna eat 1. We're gonna bust the other one down in the middle. Keep going.
I realized afterwards that we should have ordered a salad.
We was very carb yeah, but they didn't have, me, I'm a Caesar salad type of a guy.
But it was Italian food.
It don't matter.
Anyways, so then she recommends the vodka pasta.
Basic, right? I know I hate a basic pasta.
And then she also recommends the braised rib.
Short rib, because I asked her about it. Yeah, I raised my hand for them.
So we ordered both of those.
Turn them up.
When I tell you.
Turn them up. Let's go.
I'm not a beef girl. But that short rib, the way it melted in my mouth.
You put that meat in your mouth. Yeah,
the flavor. Me. Oh my. It was so good.
Hey, yo.
The vodka pasta, they was in their bag that night. I don't know if they're consistent. We're going to have to go back again.
You went back the next day.
The next day, which would have been Sunday.
You went back the next day.
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, because Barry went out with his friend.
I'm back outside,
the next day. They went to watch some games in bars and stuff. And so I was like, well, I don't feel like cooking. And my day was kind of thrown off anyway. And so since I was solo with the kids, I was like, I'm finna run that pasta bag. So me and Blake, that time I ordered the vodka pasta and they had this chicken thighs dish. Five.
Top 5 restaurant in Nashville. I'm putting my money on it. I love to gamble. So anybody want to bet? Let's go.
And it was packed in there. It was very packed in there. Brim. So when
and that's what made me mad too, because you got the white people that be in there wearing they wear the dirty blazers and the dirty Air Force Ones, and then they have a button up. Y'all be in my way, man.
So
get out of my way.
We noticed, just the culture of Nashville in general when it comes to dinner, and the white folks just not feeling the need to dress up when they go to dinner. I understand everybody want to be comfortable, but I like dressing up when I go to dinner.
Put this shit on.
And I'm like, why do y'all feel that? So there was a guy sitting next to us. He was a young guy. He was in there, hair bushed up all over his head.
And he had
a t-shirt on, a super tight t-shirt and some sweatpants. He looked like he had just rolled out of the bed.
And some flops.
And, he was with a young lady. And so, she like it. I love it. But bring back looking nice when you go out. Why y'all don't want to look nice when you go out?
Listen, man, at this point in life, if you're going out with a young lady and you can't smell good, get a nice haircut, present yourself in a certain way.
It's like last year.
Yeah.
When we went to...
It's exactly like that. But the girl was cool with it.
Where did we go?
Not Love and Exile, Electric Jane.
And this couple walk in again, the guy's in there with a t-shirt, sweats, and slides.
But obviously the women, they be accepting it though. Like, listen, the baddies don't accept it. I'm gonna keep it real.
And I'm not saying just dress up.
Yeah, you ain't gotta. Yeah. I ain't saying wear no tuxedo.
You don't have to do that. But at least look nice.
But every girl they were with was the one from. I'm not trying to talk about nobody, but the one for Saturday, a high 4. The one from.
So I actually never saw her face because she was like kind of bent down.
Yeah, that's why she was a high 4.
So
Confidence was gone. She was a high 4. The girl from the Electric James, a low 5. I got a high 4 and a low 5. That's what we dealing with here. I ain't never seen a baddie except a guy that didn't come with something about himself. Some je ne sais quoi, as one would say. You gotta be confident. You gotta have, I don't want to say this word, but you gotta have some swag about you. You know, like a t-shirt won't get the job done for high 7.
What I guess it is.
Plus.
I guess it's just younger people in general.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm not saying wear no tuxedo, but put it on. Like, hey man,
what
I
is
wore
it?
a bomber jacket.
What generation is after us?
Z?
Z.
Yeah.
Is it Gen Z?
I'm a millennial, so I don't know what are you?
Yes.
You a millennial?
Yes, I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the kids that are younger than me.
Nigga Z.
The early 20s that's just going out. Starting to really like go out and stuff. You don't want to look presentable?
And start wearing hoodies in 98-degree weather too. But let's get back to what we're talking about. Come on.
Every time I see it, it looks so suspicious.
About to rob me with a hoodie on 98 degrees outside.
We stayed near a school, and so I see the kids walking to school all the time, and it'll be summertime, and they dressed in all black in sweats and hoodies. Why y'all wearing it?
And in the wintertime, they got on shorts. I'm like, bro, what in the hell? The world is backwards. Get back to it. The
shorts
dinner.
And Crocs.
The dinner.
Feet just cold.
So the dinner was fine. We went out. I put my complaining to the side. Ended up enjoying the restaurant. Top 5 in Nashville. Let's run it. If you want to bet me, I'm willing to bet. But each of the top 5 restaurants that I like are Italian restaurants. So India, I'm an Italian. I'm a black Italian. I know I have some Italian.
Stop pronouncing it Italian.
It's what Denzel said on training day. So if Denzel said it, damn it, it's right. I'm a black Italian. All right. So we had to talk about that because if you're ever in Nashville, go to Pilato. I want everybody to get it. I thought at first you wanted to go because it sounded like Pilates. I'm like, bro, come on, you got to chill. You're taking me too far with the pigs, all right? But...
we ordered something else. I forgot.
I how much
the dessert. Yeah. We ordered this apple... compared to an apple pie, but it wasn't pie. It was almost like an apple pudding or like bread or something with this ice cream. Baby, chef's kiss.
Fire. You see what I'm saying? So all in all, recap, appetizer, 2 small entree plates, the dessert, San Pellegrino, and she got a drink. We ended up paying $117. That's how much it was total with the tip. So I'm telling y'all with the tip how much it was, $117. So if you go, ask for my girl Pushing P. Ask for her. She in that thing. She gonna get you tight. Go ahead and pull up and then tell them I sent you. And this is not an ad, but it's just that fire. And I want y'all to experience it. All right. We got to talk about one of the best people of all time. I think this guy is one of the most stand-up people ever. There will be no slander about this person in front of me. Ray J. Ray J and Princess Love are going through a divorce. Ray J went
That's not shocking.
That's the 3rd or 4th time, but it's like official now. Ray J went on a Breakfast Club and he was saying how like he wanted to make it work and he wanted to keep his family intact. And he gave a great analogy. He said the reason why he wanted it to work and he would sacrifice his happiness. He said because they weren't happy. That's the reason they were getting a divorce. They weren't happy. He said he was willing to sacrifice his happiness for his kids. You said if you say you die for your kids, then you can at least sacrifice a few years of being unhappy to stay with this person, to try to make it work so your kids don't have to grow up in a single parent household or, back and forth with one parent or the other. You should try to make it work for the sake of the kids. And if you can't make it work, at least stay in the house and y'all co-parent together for the sake of the kids. I agree with that. I think that was Ray J the man. It won't be no Ray J slander. I think Ray
J has cheated on her a couple of times.
Well, they got to do what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're not going to be cutting me off now. I think he's cheated on her a couple of times. And, the emotional damage that he's done to her, you can't make her want to stay just for the kids. I saw an interview that basically said that a child thriving and the type of person they grow up to be depends a lot on the mom's happiness and how they're able to treat the kids. So if the mom is, you're asking another person to sacrifice their happiness for the sake of the kids, when I think that would end up creating more emotional damage to the kids in the long run.
What about the dad's happiness, though?
Well, that's important too.
Okay,
but he already said what he was willing to do with his happiness. He said he was willing to sacrifice his happiness to keep his kids together. Now, we don't know what was going on in their house. And we don't know how much effort they actually put into trying to make it work. If they tried to do anything that would bring, real tangible results. We don't know that. I don't like divorce. I don't like what it does to families. I don't like what it does to kids and families. However, to say that you would sacrifice your happiness, I don't think that should be the angle.
I feel like he was saying it to basically paint a picture and give context. Like, hey, I'm willing to stick around and make this thing work. I know Princess may be unhappy, but at least we could be unhappy and try to see the kids through while maintaining a co-parenting relationship in one house. Basically, that's what he was trying to say.
But if you're going to be just maintaining a co-parenting relationship in the house and y'all are still going to be out dating other people, doing other things, what's the point?
The kids are the point.
No.
He said you can't sit up here and say...
disagree.
You can't sit up here and say you'll die for your kids, but you can't be uncomfortable for a few years. I can be uncomfortable for a few years.
But the thing is, she probably already been uncomfortable for a few years, which prompted the divorce.
What? You know what? And that may be true. But you mentioned that he was cheating on her. He cheated on her in the past.
Yeah.
She had the right to leave then.
Yeah, but she tried to stick it out and she tried to make it work.
Right.
And obviously,
So what changed? So what changed? That's what I'm saying. What changed? And now you saying,
maybe you should have thought about the kids before you cheated. Maybe you should have thought about the kids before you caused all of this emotional damage to me. Now we want to think.
But we don't know.
Kids.
Whoa. But see, you're painting the picture from one side. We don't know what else is happening.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
His is more public and out there. So I see what you're saying. I got you.
But on both sides.
Okay.
Why? We should have already been thinking about the kids.
For sure.
We should have already been doing the steps, doing the things we needed to do to make this work for the kids.
Definitely.
That should, or not even for the kids, for us. Because your marriage comes before the kids. That is why I don't agree with sticking together just for the kids. So we can't get the marriage together. We're not going to stick together for the kids. Because the kids deserve to see happy parents. And they deserve to see a healthy, functional marriage.
If I stay, and if we decide to stay and cohabitate for the kids, I'm still doing everything in my power to make you happy. I'm not missing the beat. I'm not going to stop doing the things I was doing when we were married. Well, we're still married, but I'm not going to stop doing the thing when we were on good times all of a sudden because we are quote unquote co-parenting in the same household. I'm still doing what I need to do to make you happy because you're right. Even if we get a divorce, I don't want the mother of my kids being unhappy because that is a direct reflection. You may look at Blake and say, man, you look just like your dad. I can't stand you, ugly ass nigga. and you're still up on them or something.
So that's honestly like the worst. That's honestly like the worst thing that you could say to a kid because I grew up in a pretty kid though. But people do.
But that's crazy. Why would you say that to the kid?
It's a very dysfunctional family. And so every time I would do something or like have a slick mouth or something, my dad would always say, you act just like your mama.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like...
I say this sometimes.
But you shouldn't.
I say this sometimes when Blake is being slow.
But you shouldn't.
Man, like you moving like your mom, man. Like,
yeah, but you
can't do
shouldn't.
that.
That's not right.
It's not right. Why is it not right?
Because now you're painting a picture of me to him that shouldn't be there.
But that's a accurate picture that I'm painting
for you. Because Blake don't think I move slow. Blake think it's normal. So
I'm trying to make sure he knows what a slow person looks like, so he can identify that.
He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need for you to do that.
Okay.
And it makes me feel shitty when you do that.
Okay. When
you first brought this up, I didn't think that this is what you were going to talk about. I thought you were going to talk about the interview that he did
with John Boyega.
Yes.
That was crazy.
That's what I thought you was going to talk about.
My boy said, let me see. Hey, Ray J the man. So
he went and did another interview
with Yee
on Angela Yee's show. And she basically brings it up. Ray J, your wife was seen out with John Boyega. It looks like they are dating. And you see Ray J immediately get disgruntled. He is like so discombobulated. He doesn't know what to do. And so I guess she has it pulled up on the computer.
Well, according to this top story on here, British actor John Boyega is now dating Ray J's wife, Princess Love. Oh. You know him from The Woman King.
The Woman King?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, so that's John Boyega. Okay, you're taking your glasses off. Okay.
You don't gotta look too hard. You good.
So they've been allegedly spotted out at a hotspot called Station 1640. And, they were sitting together at a table, quote, booed up as well. And so...
Got it.
So there you have it.
Hold on, I just want to see. We can see it after, too.
Okay, we can see it after.
Is he a good guy? Is he a nice guy? Is he like a nerdy?
You can't look at a picture and see if somebody...
You can.
Okay, well, this is
cool.
John Boyega. He's in They Clone Tyrone, The Woman King.
Yeah. Okay. You approve? He's all right?
Yeah, because you don't want to be with that dude.
It's a video of, I think they're like karaoke, and John Boyega is behind her, and he's like
they're having a good time. Karaoke is a vibe, though.
He's wrapping his hands or his arm around her waist, and they dancing and vibing, and he's looking for his eyeglasses, and so he has his sunglasses on already, takes them off, put the sunglasses back on.
Ray J the man.
He does like one of these because I guess he's talking to somebody on his team looking for his glasses. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Ray J is the man.
Actually, for the first time, I felt really bad for him, and
It's the GOAT.
I don't agree with that type of line of questioning in an interview because
but they friends,
was something that he did. I know, but he looked physically uncomfortable.
I think he knew your friend not gonna set you. I don't think people won't set you up like that, man. I think it's.
I don't know. He looked slick, blindsided. It was so crazy.
But that's why people.
They could have already talked. Maybe I don't know. I don't think he knew that she was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I don't think she would do that just like that. But I was gonna say that's why people block their exes on social media because they don't want to see them out here thriving unless they are thriving. Now, if I'm thriving, I'm not blocking you. You finna see this shine. You finna see these diamonds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You about to see it all. I want you to know the vibes. However, if I'm down bad, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking your ass. If I'm sitting there sad, I'm miserable. Look at this. I wrote that question down. What was the song you played after your first heartbreak?
I don't know.
You first got your heart broken like 4th grade. What was the song you played?
I wasn't playing a song.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the artist that I was listening to back then, but like my very first heartbreak.
Did you remember what song did you play?
I didn't play a song. I just cried and cried.
Yeah,
and cried. I was so sad. My best friend actually brought that up like not too long ago.
She was like, what old say? Big old, what's up, Ophelia?
She was like, girl, that nigga took you down. She was like, you was so messed up over him. And I think I was because I was blindsided.
See?
You know, when you're young, you never know like the real reasoning for somebody dumping you. Like,
ain't no reason.
You could be going on thinking that nothing's wrong. Like, y'all are happy. You got your boyfriend. Did somebody just call you randomly one day and was like, I don't want to be a boyfriend anymore. And you're like, what?
Back in the day, them
Why?
butts and them smiles did something to you. You think you like this girl, but boy, when the wind blow and the other girl show,
yeah, the wind blew him to somebody else. But so he was actually a year older than me. And so he had graduated high school. And he had gone on to go to this school. And, you know, basically, I think that summer he had went to like a program at the school that he was going to. And in that process, he had met another girl.
Fire. That's what you do. And I'm saying, like, you meet people when you go other places. That's fire.
So, anyway, that's why I said it was blindsided. But I don't know. I'm going to have to tell my kids, if y'all go on break, just break up, bruh.
Listen, man.
Break up.
The first song I remember, I had this thing on repeat, which is a perfect segue to the top of the podcast. Gone and sing. Baby girl, you're gone. I was hurt. I was crying. There's 1,000 words that I could. I was in it to make you come home. Say so long away. Boy, I thought I heard and left me alone.
Being a kid going through a heartbreak is crazy. So irritating because you sit in your room and you cry, and then you hear your parents walking through the door. You gotta clear that shit up.
You sit there sucking up air that you didn't even know that was.
I'm trying to hurry up. You would like to be able to talk to your parents about that kind of stuff, but I can't talk to mine.
Me either.
Because they would have been like, you don't need no damn boyfriend, no way.
Listen, I can't say what I was. I'll tell y'all. Yeah, they would have said, you don't need no girlfriend right now. No one. That's what they would have said. But yeah, for sure though. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. But anyway, it didn't sink. Let's get down to your question, man. We got some more stuff to touch on. I'll talk about that next week. But let's go ahead and get into WWID.
Let her upgrade you. What would you do?
WWID. What would India do? Kick it.
So this is kind of long, so I'm going to kind of skip around. I have 2 kids. My daughter is 19, son's 11. I had my daughter when I was 17. My parents were very strict and they made a pretty sneaky kid. As my daughter grew up, I decided to have a different approach to raising her. Instead of shaming her and trying to shun her from everything, I talked to her and encouraged her to be open with me about whatever was going on. I knew she had a boyfriend, so when she was ready, we went to go and put her on birth control. Turns out she was already 7 weeks pregnant. When my granddaughter was 1 month old, my daughter's boyfriend moved in with us. His living with us is a story in itself, but it's been over a year of my daughter telling me that they're going to find a place and all of this other stuff. These two are very tiring at times. They used to fight a lot. It seems like either they've gotten to a better place or they've just left me out of their drama as I asked them to. I've come around to the fact that my daughter had a child at such a young age and thought she'd sort of make the best out of the situation. Nope. She told me on Friday night that she was pregnant again.
Oh, we flying to California. Do with that what you want. We flying to California.
I know she has an implant and took precautions. What kind of precautions are those? But I am pissed. I want to ask them to go to their own place. In other words, I want to kick them out. But I want to know, is this too harsh of a suggestion? No? Well, okay. I'm conflicted. They are very young. They are children, 19 years old, and now she has 2 kids. I would not be allowing the boyfriend to live with me. The boyfriend would have to go. He would have to find a job, go stay with other family members. They're not married.
Celebrate.
So, like, I don't know if, you got this boy staying in the bedroom with your daughter. That's another issue. To be noted, in both of our households, Barrett and I's parents both made us sleep in separate rooms, literally until after we said I do.
Yep. Respect too.
Engagement and all. Until after we said I do and we were legally married, them people did not let us sleep in the same bedroom together.
Respect.
It was none of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you let him move into your house, like that's a whole different type of issue. Yeah. So now they're having sex constantly in your house to the point that she's gotten pregnant. She's supposedly on birth control. Obviously, the birth control has failed her.
He 19. He got that super sperm right now, boy. 19. You can shoot anything and get it pregnant.
I wouldn't put them out on the street, but what I would say is you have a time frame. You got a time frame.
I would give him a time frame. My daughter ain't got no time frame, but my guy, you got a time frame to get up out of my house.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't even be. They are so young.
You gotta get a trade.
There are still a lot of restrictions legally for what they can even do to support themselves.
I'm going to California.
We know that they can't get a job that's going to pay them enough to be able to fully support themselves in this matter because they have no experience.
Where they live? I wanted
in anything.
Say where they were from?
No, she did not. They don't have any experience. They don't have any job experience. They don't have any life experience.
It's crazy to me, man.
So I would put the boyfriend out, let the daughter stay, and I would continue to help her until she gets like a certain age. And I would be trying to help her get on her feet. Like, okay, let's enroll in school. Let's start talking about some things that you want to do. Like, if we need to go to like a trade school, if you need to go be a cosmetologist, or if what's I'm not looking at I'm not looking at anything that I'm saying as like a less than job or anything like that. I'm saying that this is something that will be easy to get into
right now.
Or like the people at the hospitals that draw blood, phlebotomist school, like programs that don't take a lot of time,
but they pay a lot of money.
But they pay well so that she can support herself. She may not have the time right now to be able to spend 4 years in college to get that degree, but she does have 8 months to a year to, get a quick certification so that she can get thrown out into the workforce real quick.
Gotta get your money up.
She got that. So I would start with my daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is she's the one that needs the most help.
Yeah.
You can still support them in their relationship, support them in helping them grow as a couple and as parents, and try to help them find resources to better themselves. But the daughter's boyfriend, nope.
You got to go. My man got to get out. And I'll even go so far, if you have a good relationship with your parents, I'll even ask my mom, hey, you mind if Billy come over here and stay with you for a few weeks? But he got to get out of here because they in here having all of the sex and your granddaughter keep getting pregnant. And now I'm a grandma. I did the math. She's a 36-year-old 2-time grandma. That's bananas. She's 36 and she has 2 grandkids. I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I would lose my my mind.
I'm willing to bet that the mom is probably single.
Yeah.
Because
ain't no man.
I was going to say the man wouldn't allow the guy to come stay with them.
There's already too many dudes in here, you know what I mean? You gotta go, player. Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
So there's obviously like some cycles that need to be broken there. And that is when it comes to, I guess, how strict you want to be with your kids, it is kind of like a fine line to that, because my parents are very strict on me. I couldn't go to anything. I couldn't hardly go to any parties. Like if I wanted to go somewhere, I was telling you this, like I had to go to another friend's house.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But I was also very afraid of my parents. So like me trying to sneak out and like get pregnant, oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
I'm scared of kids. I'm scared of mine right now.
So it's like you want your kids to be able to grow up and have freedom and discover themselves and be individuals. But you can't be too loose to where they don't understand the consequences to their actions.
Because
like it was very clear to me, like you have sex, you have a very good chance of getting pregnant.
The juice is loose.
And no, you cannot bring your grandbabies in my house. Like that's how I grew up.
Yeah, it's over with. Dead and all that. Dead and all that. Yeah, you and my granddaughter you and my granddaughter and my daughter can stay. But nah, my man, you got to go get a apartment and a job. You not staying here, man. Nah.
No, I'm not housing a boyfriend.
Let's get to it. B-Love's relationship.
Now unqualified advice from B-Love and B-Love's relationship.
I'm not even gonna hold you up, but this relationship came from a question. This lady wrote us a question and said that her husband, they're married, which is crazy, said that he told her one day that I'm not even gonna lie. Our sex life will be a lot better if you got bigger boobs. And I'm here to say this, fellas, be prepared for whatever comes after you say a statement like that. Because what if she would have told you our sex life would be a lot better if you get bigger meat? Or our sex life would be a lot better if you give better fellatio. Our sex life would be a lot better if you got rid of your stomach and got your big ass from off the top of me. I'm saying all that to say this. If you want your woman to get implants of any sort, I think it's a better way to say it than to say, our sex life would be better if you got bigger tits. I have to call it out.
But that's also just him saying that he's not attracted to her.
And that's what she was asking.
Because the titties have nothing to do with the sex. Like, yeah, they're nice to look at.
You ain't lying.
That's not my vagina.
That's a fact.
And so you are not attracted to the way that my titties look like right now. And so I would, like I said, I would go even further to say that he's just not attracted to her right now, because that's not going to stop your sex. It's not going to enhance the sex.
It's not.
You're like,
I mean, I guess it may enhance it as far as like mentally. You know what I mean?
Mentally, yes.
Stimulation, like not penetration. It's not going to enhance it. But the mental stimulation, it may help him out. You know, it might get him in the groove. But all of that to say this, be prepared. For what she didn't say, she said anything like that. She said, I read just a quick summary, but she said exactly what India said. I don't think he's attracted to me anymore. And I'm like, maybe that's the case. But should she agree to get the implants?
No.
What if she wants them?
If she wants them, that's different.
Yeah. But
that would be like me going to say that I'm getting implants. And I'm not. I can't deal with nobody cutting on me again. Do I love the way, it's like full transparent moment, do I love the way my breasts look right now? No. I have been breastfeeding for a total of like
5 years.
3.5 years of my life at this point. Like, no, they look nothing how they did when we first met. Nothing. I had a nice rack when we first met.
Let me tell you, India said, I'm about to start doing push-ups and chest exercises. I'm like, why?
Because they be lifting up y'all's chest. They can't lift mine up.
I said, I don't think it worked like that.
It does.
I told her, I don't think it worked like that. Man, you're going to flatten out like a pancake.
I'd rather flatten out than sag out.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, my girl. You got to do what you got to do. Go ahead, let them titties swing. You feel me? But needless to say, man, you can't tell your woman things like that if you guys haven't already talked about implants and enhancements. If y'all bring it up, then shoot. Go ahead and tell like, hey, I think I want you to get implants, see how it look and how you feel. But ask her how you feel about getting breast implants. Now, what I don't like, and no disrespect to the people that get them, because they not for me. Drake had a song, I don't like what you do but your lips. When y'all start getting them things that make your lip look like this, and the other one don't look as full, at least if you get the lip implants, balance them out. Some people look good with them because they balance.
She's talking about like fillers, lip fillers.
Whatever they are. When you got the good balance, you fire.
I have a friend that gets lip fillers, but hers look pretty good.
Hey, if I know you're talking about, she fire with them because she's gonna take the time, go to the right person, vet them out. She's fired.
Yeah.
Some of y'all going to the goddamn esthetician in Suite 300 that's 100 square feet, and all she got is a needle and some alcohol. Y'all can't do that. Y'all got to go to the ones and vet them out. Like, listen, do your due diligence. All I'm gonna say. Tell the people where they can find you. I don't want to get in trouble because I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about them. I'm talking about titties right now, but Drake got this song. I don't like what you do with your lips.
Right now, you can only find me if you want to do Pilates. Working Pilates. That's my Instagram page. You can email me.
Shout out to Miss Kim.
Do what you need to do.
My favorite person. I met Miss Kim, man.
It's one of my faithful and loyal clients.
Me and Miss Kim knew each other. We didn't even know it. Be-Love 1911 on all social media. You know the vibe. She and our podcast on Gmail. I'm cranking back up this week. Don't even worry about it. The YouTube, the visuals are there. Go check them out. It's She and our podcast over there. But in the meantime, in between time, guess what? It's been real. It's been fun. I out.